to a new Legacy video. Today we're playing my Legacy pet deck, Cradle Control. There's a new card. This summer I promised that I would definitely not play Cradle Control for the Eternal Weekend, but guess what? New card just came out. I spent over 200 euros for them, so very likely going to play Cradle Control at the Eternal Weekend. What do we have here? It's a 2-mana 2/2 that Earthband one. That means that you can target a land, and whenever and that land becomes a whenever it taps for mana, you can add an additional green. It also says that whenever that land dies or is exiled, it returns to the battlefield tapped. So you can target a fetch land and crack it to just ramp 1 mana, or you can leave your forest as an additional soaring, basically. This also makes so that the Ignoble Hierarch, Birds of Paradise, and Noble Hierarch adds 1 more mana. You can do some crazy stuff in Legacy with Wasteland. You can turn Wasteland into a creature. You can use it to destroy a land. The Wasteland comes back tapped. You can Badgermole Cub, animate the Chaos Cradle, and then you can untap it with Quirion Ranger to get a lot of mana. Quirion Ranger here can sometimes add 3 mana, as you can untap Mana Dork, tap it for 2 more, and then if you don't have a land drop, you play a land drop. So it is cool. It is cool. The rest of the deck is pretty similar to the ones that we used to play. There's no more main deck endurances. Endurance was so important against the Reanimator deck, but Entomb was banned. Reanimator is still a driving force in the format, and Dragon's Red Channeler is still a popular card, so I do want to have some endurances in the 75, but not needed anymore in the main deck. Springheart Nantuko was a card that I loved, glad to see it back, and main deck Thoughtseize. I used to play a couple of them this summer. Here we have the full 4. Yeah, 2 decks I'm gonna play today. Cradle Control and Blue-Black Tempo. Those are the 2 decks alongside Forge that I'm still considering for the Eternal Weekend. So yeah, that's what is happening today. Buongiorno, zio Francone. Ready? In December, there's Gadok Teague. This is a card that's a little bit of a number with Nitro Order and Zenith, but there's one deck in particular, Mystic Forge, that really crumbles if you play the Teague. They have still a line to kill it, which is like Tezzeret for Portable Hold, but outside of that, they can't play much of their deck if this thing is in play. You can't cast it normally, though, which is a little bit of a problem. Like, if you draw this, you don't have Savannah. You have, like, Talons, Noble Hierarch, and Birds, but yeah. What else to say? Honestly, yeah, I mean, there's Oof, of course. This is for the One Ring card. There's Kina Curator. Again, a little bit less good than it used to be this summer. This summer, I used to play 4 Kina Curator because of the Reanimator deck. Now, that deck is, again, no longer exist. The Blue-Black Reanimator. You do have some, old style Reanimator deck, but I think those are a lot less popular. Yeah, so Nantuko does some synergies with a Badgermole Cub. You can turn on a land, and then you can enchant that, and then you can copy. And if that's the Wasteland case, then you get like lots of Wastelands. But Nantuko is just a very strong card. Honestly, I've always been a fan of this card. The just it goes off pretty quickly. If you put it on a white with a reliquary, and you just flood the board with them, your opponent just dies in the moment. This is definitely the most important card of the deck. It's a 2 mana, 33 or 4/4 vigilance that lets you grab usually just Bajuka Bog and Talon Gates of Madara. Those are the 2 cards that you want to grab. Okay, we find an opponent. Let's go. On the draw, this deck really hates to be on the draw. We don't have a Force of Will like other decks. Magic Gathering is a game where the player on the draw has a huge disadvantage, but older formats fix that with cards like Force of Will and Solitude. Unfortunately, we don't play either of those, so being on the draw is a big disadvantage. Although opponent doesn't really use the advantage of being on the play and just cast a Ponder. So that's very good. If you get to stare at Tamio on turn 1 on the draw, it's tough. Thankfully, though, Tamio is not that much played anymore in Legacy. Okay, I'm gonna grab a basic forest because that's the only land I have. And with that, I have to think which one drop to cast. I think I'm settling on the worst one I have, which is Birds of Paradise. Just in case my opponent wants to puddle push or daze this. I'd rather them to kill the worst one I have. Maybe the worst one is Noble Hierarch, but if I draw like another green source, I want to be able to go 1 drop plus white. So I have to get at least a black source. And that's why we're playing birds, to have more black sources for the 4th. Thoughts is main. Putting shuffles with Ponder. Alright, let's draw a land, please. Once upon a time, unfortunately, not very good here. What I can do is go Query and Ranger, which in this case adds me 2 mana. Query and Ranger. Let's float green. Untap this. Return this. Let's play land for turn. Let's play white of the Reliquary. And then let's play Noble Hierarch. And now Query and Ranger was again 1 mana card that provided 2 mana. I get to pass the turn. A pretty good board state. Of course, the opponent can play Wrath of the Sky, Supreme Verdict, and such. There's not much I can do about that. Opponent goes main phase Brainstorm. They can't set up a Terminus as well. So maybe next turn, ideally, I get to resolve a Grist to play around Terminus. Opponent can even brainstorm in my turn now to do Terminus. They go Prismatic Ending. Wingy, thank you for the raid. Va bene. Now that makes me think they don't have the Terminus on top of the deck. Windswept Teeth is a nice land. It's a very nice land. Got a lot of options. Got a lot of options here. So given that they don't have Terminus, I think I like to do Badgermole Cub here and get a little bit ahead in threats and mana. So we can get a Bayou, tap 3, Badgermole Cub, tap the forest, play white, and then I can once upon a time and cast. Sorry, and can Query a Ranger and cast once upon a time in my opponent's turn. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna grab a Bayou, and I'll play Zenith x equal to. And I get the Badgermole Cub, which turns on the Bayou, no responses, and I play white with the Reliquary. Again, my opponent didn't play Ending, I would have played around Terminus, and I would have just gone for Grist. But given that I don't think they have Terminus on top of the deck. Okay, and now I guess I can't play Ignoble Arc. No, but then I can't play. No, I'm gonna hold this Query Ranger untapped to play once upon a time in my opponent's turn. I can use this every turn, but I have to return a forest, so I can't return a forest now and then return a forest in my opponent's turn. Otherwise, I lose the counter here. Pass. When they skip the draw step, stop. That means they don't have Terminus, and they concede the game. Impressive. I wonder what they had in end to concede in this spot. But again, yeah, I guess small creatures get the job done. Sideboarding. Gathered Teague in the past used to be good against Miracles because it stopped Jace and Terminus, but I don't think those cards are that popular anymore. And same thing for Abrupt Decay, very important against Miracles because it used to stop Counterbalance, but since Divine Top is banned. I'm talking about, very old type of Blue Eye Control. Blue Eye Control not really a popular strategy, so I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. So those cards make sense to bring in. Um, the cards I usually dislike against Force of Field decks are Natural Order and Behemoth and the Traxas. Usually, those cards are bad because the opponent just gets to 2 for 1 you with counter spells. Hello, Newton. I'm back. I tried to message you on Twitter, but I guess the new Twitter thing is very weird, and I also don't see a lot of messages, so maybe you didn't see it. But yeah, I wrote you to say that I'm back. Like, I copied the deck that came first in a challenge the other day. I made one change though. I cut one Cradle for a Talon Gates. This summer, when I worked a lot on Cradle, um, I was down to two Cradle. Alright, running Dread Arbor is bad. This deck actually only plays one Dread Arbor. I remember reading that list and thinking that maybe that's a mistake because I was in love so much with Dread Arbor. That's like one of the land that you love to search. I definitely have two. But I don't think you can cut black sources. You're already so low in black sources. Like you have how much? I guess you have Underground Mortuary that you can cut here. That was a land that I remembered I disliked. When show you Orient? Oh, they're playing 60. Alright, my hand's decent. Let's go. Yeah, no, I tell you, the Twitter definitely did something bad with their messages. I don't know what happened. Alright, I'm gonna go for Bayou. Opponent showed me that they can't really punish my non-basic lands. Back to basic seems terrible in this matchup, and they don't play Wasteland. Opponent passes the turn. Okay, with two fetch lands. Yeah, and this is kind of what I disliked about the mortuary, but anyway, let's go Thoughtseize. I can't really double spell here. Wow, they do have back to basics. Back to basics is actually very good. Crazy. I said the card was not very good, and now it's very good. I mean, normally it's not very good because they have like lots of creatures that are the mana. I would not, honestly, I would say this out, but if I put in place it now, it'll be very strong. Um, honestly, the only ways I can see losing this game is to this back to basics. So I'm just gonna take it, hoping my opponent doesn't draw land, and then hoping I thought sees it later. I think I have to graveyard this. Not attacking because they can just flash in the Snapcaster and blocking. Let's see if they draw land. Ah, they do. Ah, this is actually super bad now. I don't have mana. Maybe I should have played Dried Arbor. Maybe I should have played Dried Arbor as my land. Yeah, that was a mistake. At least it's like a petal. Should I go Velo Summer just to cantrip? They do have Force of Will in end. I think this game is gonna go slow enough that I find a way to Velo Summer. I hate Zenith when there's only one Dryad. Wow, it's crazy. At turn one, I said back to basic bad against my deck, and on turn three, I died to back to basics. Wow, Stoneforge Mystic. I'm actually gonna die to that. Oh my god, super sad that I have to like burn. I have to burn Verdant Catacomb now just to just to get a Bayou to talk this battle school. Let's grab the Bayou. Do have Abrupt Decay. Let's Grist as well. Sylvan Librarian with 50 mon. Thank you so much, my friend. Let's play Badgermole Cub first. Hoping this resolves. And I'll play Thoughtseize. My opponent's gonna play um Force of Will, and I'll play Veil of Summer. No, they don't play Force of Will. That's it. I can't do anything else. Yeah, Queer and Ranger. That's a good point. Queer Ranger looks very good. Right now I do have mana for it. Let's go Queer and Ranger. You can even grab a Sylvan Safekeeper. That's another decent choice, I think. Let's think about it. Maybe Sylvan Safekeeper is the card I want. Like, yeah, I think actually changed my mind. I'm gonna grab Sylvan Safekeeper. Ranger makes mana, but what do I do with mana? Attacking with a Cub. Opponent can flash in the Snapcaster and trade 2 for 1. I think I'm okay with it. Oh my god, they drew either complete? Alright, guess I lose. Let's go game 3. Maybe. No, I think Endurance is alright. Yeah, I don't love these in this matchup. If I have a rotisserie draft in my cube, I don't know what that means. Keep. Collector Oof. I should have said it out. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you're a fan of Force of Natural Order. Ignoble Arc. But anytime opponent reveals Force of Will, I don't want Natural Order in my deck. He's never the best deck in the format yet. Always has been. Okay. So here, there's a play. Lots of people love to Badgermole Cub their fetch land to get an extra land. But I think that's bad. I don't understand why everyone just always want to do that play. To me, Badgermole Cub is a lot better to just turn on this line. Like the other day, I was streaming Yawgmoth in Modern, and I swear, all the comments were about me wanting to go Badgermole Cub on a fetch land. I think that play is not good. Lupo, 44 month. Welcome so much. Welcome, my friend. All right. Overloading the board with stuff. And they plow my white over the red query. Rub Decay is going to be an answer to Stoneforge Mystic. Also can't be countered, which is pretty strong. They declined the use of Ponder. Okay, that means they didn't shuffle. That's the MTGO wording. And then they plow the Cub. All right. Well, I got nothing left now. I'll play a Grizzly Bear and attack you for 2. Let's see if they have back to basics again. They don't. Takudol. Would it go Snapcaster Flashback? Ah, tough life. Very tough life. Can kill my Grizzly Bear and plow the Dry Arbor. You want to ignore this Bayou because this Bayou is Earth Banded. It means that it comes back whenever it dies. So that's definitely the card I would ignore here. Oh wow, that one you kill. Crazy. Wonder why. Oh, maybe they do have back to basics. Stoneforge Mystic. See what I grab? Cadre complete. Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, just losing to Stoneforge Mystic here. See what I draw? Endurance. Could have been a natural order if I said it differently. Graveyard. Draw Spring Heart and then 2. Okay. Let's think about it. Um, my problem in this game is this Cadre Complete token. Because I can't replicate the germ when I can't return it because of the oof. But I can't do anything about this Cadre Complete, I believe. First strike trample, indestructible haste. I cited out this. I'm thinking if I have an out to Cadre Complete. I don't think I do. Yeah, I think my deck can't beat Cadre Complete. Yeah, maybe Natural Order is necessary. I don't have outs to Cadre Complete, actually. Yeah, that's it. GG. Yeah, I feel like we got pretty unlucky game too. Opponent top deck, literally the best card possible in Cadre Complete. Also they didn't play Force of Will in spots where it seemed it was very good. Would have been alright, but I think I still would have lost to that Cadre Complete. I don't think I could have played around back to basics there because I needed the Bayou. The Mortuary definitely made me, not made me lose, but made me be in a worse spot. and we sided in a way that could have been different. So I think this is all things we could have worked on for that match. I said years ago the legacy is healthy when Dever is good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Delver is very good. I'm not a big fan of blue red. Definitely not a deck I'm considering. And this doesn't mean that it's bad. I'm just not a fan. I prefer blue black if I had to choose. You're F to Luca already? Nice. Yeah, Luca is beautiful. I've never been though, so I'm excited to come. I'll be arriving on Thursday morning. You made my info? Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I'll check it out later. Yeah, I'm still very debated between the three decks at the moment. Cradle Control, Blue-Black Tempo, and Mono and Forge. Thoughts on Blue Post? Blue Post I like less than Forge. Um, not too much experience. Again, I play so many formats and so many games that it's very difficult for me to have a correct opinion on stuff. So, whatever I say doesn't mean it's correct. It's just my opinion. I don't love Cloud Post. The card is a card I've never been a fan of. Just comes into play tapped. I don't know, very slow. Short to play, I guess. It's better. Ancient Tomb Ruby Medallion. Ooh, this is scary. Once again, on the draw with this deck, but Thoughtseize is saving us. Maybe. Best draw possible here in Thoughtseize. Let's see if we can disrupt our opponent. Okay, let me read this card. Costs 5 mana. It's from a set I've never seen, and I don't care where is it from. It has the word Storm. Exile a sorcery with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard are random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. So put in graveyard, exile instead. Just goes with Desperate Ritual, Metamorphose. Just goes with says it costs 2 mana and it gives 6 mana. Alright, I think I'm taking Storm of the Memories and just hope my opponent doesn't find does that flashback? Okay, no. I was afraid for a moment. I just hope my opponent doesn't find ways to draw cards. Just because Will also does something else. Just because Will is fantastic. It's a split as a seating song plus draw 3. The past influence without flashback. I don't know. If this was past influence, it would have been a lot better for my opponent. You off to bed? Alright, good night, Helen Newton. When it goes Jessica's Wheel reveal 3 lands. Very good. And drew another Storm of the Memories. Okay, my opponent did a bunch of stuff with their deck and passed the turn with 2 cards in hand, which I don't know what they are. Just because Will can only play them this turn. So I think they bricked. I think they officially bricked. So I'm just dirtling around and hope they keep on doing nothing. Buenos dias, Daniel. Hola, hola. Servus, hello, guys. Opponent plays land passes. Even if I go Ranger, there's no way I can. Even if I go Ranger, there's no way I can go Behemoth and attack, right? Ranger untaps Hierarch, returns value. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, let's just play a bunch of stuff, Wasteland your Tomb, and hope that you don't win now, and then I go Natural Order and I win. When it goes Vrans Resolve, reveals 2 cards, reveals Seeding Stone bonus round. Bonus round is strong, but doesn't seem like it's enough for my opponent to do anything. So let's use this to play natural order, get the hoof, and send the team in. The hoof, the hoof, the hoof is on fire. Okay, that was a win. Very Macabre, Gaddock Teague, Endurance, a Force of Vigor, maybe. Siding out, Collector Oof, the other hoof. We got two hoof. One is Collector Oof and one is the Crater hoof. I think Atraxa is bad. Grist is bad. Nantuko's bad. Safe Keeper. Buongiorno, Ferrucci. What are we facing? Mono Red Storm. I'm gonna side up Force of Vigor. I think it's only good against. Nah, I think it's important. Well, let me cut Wastelands. Yeah, let's go. Daniel, did you play the RC this weekend? Talon Gates also maybe should have been cut. Decay for Medallion? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, they played the Medallion for sure. You did. With Goria? Yeah. Goria didn't have a great weekend. All my friends who played Goria didn't do well. Rip. Mountain Go with 5 cards in hand. Okay. Let's go Ignoble Arc. The RC coverage was great. Nice. Yeah. It's so good to have a modern tournament. It's a shame that the next modern tournament is check notes. Never. Burning Wish. We did? Well, they have no mana though. One Torpedoed Vegas of Gorio. Nice. Okay, Burning Wish. They picked up a copy of Elemental Eruption. It costs 6 mana and it says create a 4/4 dragon elemental creature token with flying and prowess. One is trying their best to just play cards that are not normal. Like, no Past in Flames, but that weird 5 mana card. And I don't know what's this. Rite of Flame. 1 mana, gain 3 mana. Pretty powerful. 1 mana Dark Ritual. I mean, Dark Ritual, I guess. Card is banned in Modern, by the way. They pass. I think I'm gonna just lam a Gadoctega. Good old Gadoctega. It's funny to grab Gadoctega here because I do have 2 cards that now I can't cast anymore. But Gadoctega stops combos from happening. Is Bram. Good old Kitkin Advisor. Non-creature spell with active mana cost can be cast, such as Grains and Zenith. Cards that cost 4, such as these 3, can't be played as well. But we don't care about that, because we just go white of the Reliquary, attack with Gaddock, and just win in a while. Basically, like, this is a sacrifice, Gaddock Zenith decks, I've always played a Gaddock Teague, because of the inability to just play Magic. Sure, you can cast spells, but the opponent just can't play Magic anymore because they can't cast all their win cons. Yeah, I used to play I used to play without natural order, but it is actually important, I think. Oh wow, actually, check this out, chat. I can go Talon Gates of Madara, blink this, and then go natural order. Does that win the game though? Maybe if I grabbed a dried Arbor end of turn, I could have. You also sack the Teague. Do I win if I go natural order? I don't think so. It's only like 7 plus 5. That's 12 damage. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's just attack and pass. Now, natural order is still good for the very many non-blue decks. Non-blue deck is a thing. And also maybe last game if I had natural order in my hand instead of endurance, I would have won against that blue-white deck. So we can also sacrifice the Gaddock with white of the Reliquary. What's my opinion on Talon Gates and Vintage Cube? I don't have it. But I also don't have white of the Reliquary. Maybe I should. Yeah, natural order doesn't do anything if I cast it. I mean, we won this game because of Gaddock Teague. I mean, plain and simple. It didn't matter that I had 4 cards in and I couldn't cast. My opponent deck just didn't function anymore. Alright, round 3. Quick opponents have been found. This hand is nice. I don't have black mana, but I go Zenith for Dryad. Finally, I'm on the play for the first time, and it really changes a lot. When you're on the play with a dork and your opponent plays a normal deck, you're just so far ahead. Ox Diamond. Yeah, see, this matchup are the ones where just the hoof wins. The Mox Diamond decks, the hoof takes over. Otherwise, you try to grind them, but eventually they go, oh, puttana, Orco. Orco. Yeah, this is where I wanted another Dryad. I definitely would play 2 Dryad if I played this deck. Actually, I'm curious. Let me look at. So, Hello Newton just sent me an email. His updated guide. He's the guru of Cradle Control. This is the list I copied here is the one that won the challenge yesterday. Let me see. Hello Newton if he's playing 2 Dryad or 1. 1. No, no way you can play this deck with 1 Dryad. No, no, definitely play 2 Dryads. It comes up so often. Mostly because you draw it, and then you don't have it in the deck anymore. But also in this case, your opponent kills it. You don't have the deck anymore. But being it, at this point, I don't think I can Wasteland anymore. Yeah, that's Sag. Let me just go Zenith for a Mana Dork. Next turn we can put Attrax into play, but my opponent plays Caracas, so I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to just cast my Natural Order later on, when I can just get Hoof and win. Opponent goes what? Malevolent Rumble. Small P. Only one option, that's funny. The small PP, play Eumedean Archery. I made a video with this deck. No, you got Thoughtseize. I wanted to win with that order. Alright, things are gonna be harder now. I don't have that easy win anymore. What I can do is Zenith for Sivan Safekeeper and then white with the Reliquary. Opponent can just go Pithing Needle on white, so that's not good. I don't want a Wasteland, though. Because if I Wasteland, my opponent just goes Loam and plays the Saga again. And I'm already not really going anywhere. Not really going anywhere, honestly. I can go Kina Curator. Ooh, maybe that's actually a good play. Kina is Zenith for Kina Curator, exile your Loam. I can go Pithing Needle on Keen-Eyed, but I did stop the Loam from happening, so I think that's alright. Il Procione. Take that Loam. Pass. The options were literally really unlimited there. But again, not having order in my hand is a lot worse. Close game so far. Opponent makes a construct. That means they don't have anything because that play's not great. And then I'm gonna probably Pithy Needle the Keen-Eyed because this card takes over, becomes an 8/8 trample next turn. Only 7, but exalted. 40. 40 shows in a row for Daniel. That's dedication. In Italian though we spell it differently. We spell it like this. I know in Spanish you use the C there. In Italian we use the Q. I don't know why. We pronounce it like a C. I don't know what's the lore behind it. Love the new video with Simon. Oh yeah, we had a modern video Mango's workshop with Simon. It's a good one. It's also super long. Tommy finished editing right on time at like 8 p.m., something like that. Yeah, 50 minutes. It didn't get as much love as Popper videos though. Rip. Popper's too popular. It's a lot more popular than Modern on YouTube. Okay, they just buy you to Mox Diamond. No weekend this weekend, yes indeed. They have two cards in hand. Va bene. Va bene, va bene, va bene, dai. What's my play here? Well, I'll start with this because it's free. Oi, oi, oi. I'm not gonna play Once Upon a Time anymore. The card on top of my deck is strongo. Very, very strong. Wait, white. Let's wasteland that saga. Do I want to attack with Procione? It's a 4/4. Attacks through this. No. I don't want him to double block. A pass. Now wasteland in your upkeep. So that if you want to play crop rotation, you have to tap one of these Mox Diamond in your turn. Why not 8/8? I think I want to play white. Load the video? Nice. Can I sign your Mercury regions in Italy? I can. 5 euros? No, I'm joking. But Wasteland 3 Barro Goif. El Barro. Sì. Ok. No blocks. You successfully dealt me 3 damage, opponent. You have 2 mana. What do you have? Orcish Bowmaster? Small P. Okay, now what are we doing? What are we doing with small P? Small P takes out a land, so I can't cast the thing that I have on top of my deck. Non è facile. My opponent's gonna get 3 birds. Not the easiest. My deck does natural order. Kina Curator, he's good, but so is Watch for the Reliquary. Really? Query. Think. Oh my god. This is such a tough decision right now. Can I turn this on? No, right? Because if I turn this on, it dies. Yeah. Um, all right, I guess I have to do a Trax at this game. Maybe I just sacrifice the Keen-Eyed. Maybe I sacrifice the Keen-Eyed. All right. So let me exile my own card. Shit. Let me exile my own card. Next turn, I draw natural order. I can. Yeah. All right. Let me exile my own card here. No responses. This card can sacrifice Ignoble Hierarch. Now, opponent gets a lot of flyers. Uh, Pass. You're probably exiled Ignoble Hierarch. No, that's not true. Maybe Once Upon a Time. Yeah, Once Upon a Time was better. She was at Once Upon a Time. Okay. Think I have to Bazooka Bog you here. So I'm exiling Once Upon a Time and Ignoble Hierarch. And then a Bazooka Bog. Taking 2. Starting in 5. Oh wow, you milled the Orcish Bowmaster as well. Yeah, I was hoping to reduce the amount of hit. Oh, Wasteland. 2 Wastelands. That was your draw step? Yeah, I think we just lose. Yeah, Smallpox. Okay, are we back? No, doesn't do anything. Yeah, we just lost. And that's over. Yeah, well played. Well played. Oh, this game was hard to lose. How did I lose this game? I guess Thoughts is taking my natural order and then Smallpox just won. Pretty straightforwardly there. Well done. So this 3 come in, Decay comes in, and Veil of Summer comes in. Let's take out Thoughtseizes. Let's take out Oof. What else want to take out? Everything seems decent in this matchup. You want Force of Negation? Force of Vigor? No. Takes away a little bit of the deck's plan. I think it's important to keep the deck's plan around. It'd be probably good, yeah. It'd be probably good. Not like ban or anything, but it'd be a good card. Black White would play it. Not sure though what degree of good it would be. Alright, game two. Yeah, definitely I would cut Underground Mortuary. This for Dread Arbor is the first change I'd do. Why do a lot of people playing this deck now? A lot of people are playing this? Really? Well, I don't know. 110 in a challenge. That's something. But also, I've been playing this deck for a while. I don't think a lot of people are playing this. Paragoyf too? Yeah. Paragoyf and Baragoyf will be in Modern Horizons 4. They haven't even announced Modern Horizons 4, by the way. They should, though. Modern Horizons, cool. Do you have a set of the Cubs? I acquired them. I don't think they'll arrive in time for Eternal Weekend, though. I've one. Uh, Man, I hate this top lane so much. What do I want to take here? Is it the Cub or is it the White? Cub. You paid $260? Nice. I was able to pay 45 each. 43 from Pivo and 45 from the other. 40 plus, yeah, 15. So 45, same thing. Let's go buy you there in case my opponent. I don't think they can wasteland me. I'm on the draw with. I'm on the play with the dork. You don't think they're gonna do more Modern Horizons? Nah, for sure they will. It's the best set of all time. It's the set that saved Magic. Birds of Paradise. I can either. Man, look how bad it is. I mean, not saying the birds. Not saying that Dread Arbor would have been better, but not good. Gas Cradle. This is it stays on top. Okay, now I have white mana for Atraxa. Actually, can I cast Atraxa next turn? Maybe. I'm gonna go either white or Cub. If I do, I think I do Cub. How much mana do I have next turn if I do Cub? I think it's so much mana. Definitely go Cub. I can't cast Atraxa next turn, but whatever. Let's just go Cub. They announced they aren't doing more image sets. But come on, what's he says a thing and says another thing 3 months later? Whatever they say never remains true. Porco. Va bene. And now I have so much mana. I really do have a lot of mana. What do I do with so much mana? Oh, I definitely gotta stick a Birds of Paradise into play. Because that what gives me white for Traxa. Well, I guess I also need blue. I need white and blue. Hmm. I guess I can go Grist. I guess I can go Grist. Yeah, I'll get Talon Gates with white, and that gives me the color for Atraxa. I've got like lots of good options, but I think Grist is solid. I've also gotten like more white or more safe keepers. I don't know. Gris makes me safe against Bargoth. Trusting wizards is like trusting a politician. Same thing, honestly. Well, they're definitely sticking to a reserve list. But honestly, though, after seeing this deck picture, I changed my opinion on the reserve list. Did you guys see the worst deck picture of all time? I'll show it to you. This is the worst deck picture of all time. The only, the only, the only time that I'm in favor of the reserve list was after seeing this deck picture. You know, thankfully, the volcanic islands were saved. But honestly, they really did dirty. They really did us dirty with these things. Like, what magic cards have become. All right. Now, my opponent, what did they do? They played Pithing Needle on Grist. E va bene. We're gonna go Bazooka Bong. Which is always better to keep in the deck when I have white out. A combat. Back with this, and that's it. Next turn, I'm able to play Atraxa. Now I can't. Yumian Archer is good. I made a video with this card in the Smallpox deck. Actually, not bad. Actually, not a bad deck. Yeah, check it out. Like my opponent deck is the one that top hated the American RC. No, American RC. American Eternal Weekend. There's a Saga dies. Do they play multiple Pithing Needle? Child, do you think they play multiple Pithing Needle? Like, I don't wanna search. I guess they can. Should I just grab a Talon Gates now just to be sure? Nah, va bene, dai. If you get Pithing Needle, I'll cry. Yeah, okay, you don't. Well, I want to rumble. Pretty unfortunate that I drew the Bushuka Bong. Almost bricked. No, not bricked. They chose Orcish Bowmaster. They play Saga. Oh yeah, Pithing Needle on Grace, then they also play Grace. That's funny. I'm gonna tap white. How much do I have here? Two. Opponent's gonna kill my birds. Oh no. I don't think I can tap this now because that orc. Yeah, I think I just have to go next turn. Because if I turn this into a Talon to cast this Atraxa, they just ping with orc my birds and I don't have for color again. I just have to untap. Can't use the white. I don't play Savannah, so once again I can't cast this Atraxa. So basically just I don't know. I have to hope Okay. Huh. Huh. Well, I guess now I have to tap this. I don't know if I chose the right card though. No, I think I made a mistake. Porca madosca. I made a mistake here. Bene. Still get talents and blink the orc army. I still can cast Atraxa next turn. Because opponent now is gonna go orc on the white. Huh. Are they actually gonna get two orc army with one counter on it? Alright, let's hope they don't play Smallpox. Smallpox would be a terrible, terrible, terrible draw for me. I do have 7 mana for Atraxa next turn. Atraxa requires white and blue mana, which I did not have in my deck. Spoon Septide does not fetch for Savannah, nor Tropical Island, unfortunately. Alright, let's get the Dried Arbor, and let's go. Do I want to... I don't think I need to. So we got 4 mana. And now I can filter this. That's 6, 7. Play tracks. Took a while, but finally we're able to achieve the 4 color. They concede to the power of the Grand Unifier. Alright, actually attacking with that white was a good play then. It made my opponent play their orc. Alright, what else do we want? Well, I don't know, we won a game, so no need to change. I'm all to 6. Let's see. Turn 1 Thoughtseize. Love to see it, honestly. Love to see Thoughtseize played against me. My deck is very redundant. Has a lot of just creatures and lands. So if you take a creature, sure, I'll play another one. Maybe you do have to, though, because if I have natural order, it's like you lose on the spot. I'm not gonna wasteland. Doesn't seem like my opponent's playing like strong lands. Like Urza Saga. I want to keep wasteland for that. Tu turu tu. Malevolent Rumble. Okay, they can take the Umedan Archery or the Saga. They know about my Wasteland. They took the Archery. Strong. Strong card. White of the Reliquary. I got a little bit off curve. A little bit off curve. But I think it's okay. I guess I can attack. Tu tu tu. Turu tu Turu, tu, tu, turu, tu, tu. Opponent plays this land. And now what? Plays Orcish Bowmaster. Which I don't think they had last turn. So they must have drawn this now. Mm-hmm. One mana left. Hope it's not out of push. If it is, it's hard. Next turn I can go Nantuko, bestow the white, play Bajuka Bong, make a insect, then sack the insect, get whatever, and then we go off with Nantuko on white with the red acquire. It's a very powerful combination. When it goes left from the loam, returning, Ghost Quarter, and Urza Saga. Yeah, sure. Let's stick to the same plan. Bestow, Bajuka Bong, get an insect. You can double Wasteland next turn. I don't think so. Land coming to play tapped either from Earthbend and from white, so. It is a competitive strategy, it's not using blue. Maybe not, but I mean, this deck went 10-0 in a challenge this weekend. Last year, I played this deck to go undefeated a four season. I wouldn't say it's the strongest deck strategy, but it's a deck I enjoy playing. It's a deck that people don't know how to face very often, and it's a deck that is capable of fighting uh, fair decks very well. Of course, if your opponent does unfair stuff, unfortunately, you don't have like counter magic for free or things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. Now, let's do this thing. Which land am I grabbing? Thinking about Chaos Cradle. I could go for the Wasteland things, but I also can go for Zenith. I guess Cradle's very good with Nantuko. Hmm. Yeah, I can just Zenith for the Hoof here. It's probably lethal now. I'm not gonna count, but I assume it is. I mean, the Hoof is always lethal. Anytime you don't think the Hoof is lethal, the Hoof is lethal. If you know what I mean. Quattro. Oh, actually, I don't have enough mana for the Hoof. Kamadoska. Um, guess I'm going to Traxa then. Still probably good enough. Okay, got Planeswalker, Sorcery, Land, Instant. What's my creature of choice? Probably the Cub. Alright, and that's a little refill, and then I can attack. You thinking of picking Simic Ritual or Zoo in Modern? Which is better? Simic Ritual. I don't think Zoo is too good. It's a good deck, but it's not too good. Simic Ritual performed very well last weekend. Very, very well. If we switch for Dried Arbor, would it be one more mana? I don't think so, because then you can't tap it for mana. Oh, you mean with white? Huh. No. Oh, yes. I tap white, I sack a creature, get Dried Arbor, get a creature. Yeah, you're right. I could have had 8. You're right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't see that line. I didn't see that line. Should have tapped sack a token. Toxic Deluge X equals 7. Okay. All right. Grace is a planeswalker. Counts as a planeswalker. Uh, I mulligan this hand. Hmm. Straight to 5 we go. Okay, that's a good hand. You opened 3 cubs? Wow. How many packs did you open? Friend of mine told me that he opened a case of Avatar and he got 1 cub. Let's bottom these 2. Let's go Bayou Ignoble Arc. You opened the Commander bundle? 9 packs, you got 3 cubs? Man, really pushing Commander by rigging the packs, I guess. Alright, I see it, I see it. Let's thought seize my opponent, let's see what I got. No, I'm joking, eh? No rig conspiracy theories. Washington sucks at the moment. It's not that Washington sucks, it's that blue is bad in modern. So the poor guy just struggles. Alright, my opponent has a card called Magus of the Moon. Magus of the Moon me felt cool. So let's take it. Was I surprised by Modern this weekend? No, no, why? No. Modern's is great. Every match was great. Every matchup is 50-50. Super skill intensive. Rewards knowing your deck. Rewards knowing the metagame. It's fantastic. Play and play, touch your trainer. It's really just a shame that Watson just doesn't have modern tournaments anymore for so long. It's just mono standard. Oh, El Cubo. Badgermole Cubo. Yeah, I would have gone off if they didn't enforce. I mean, not that I'm in a bad shape, but let's play. I think Cub is worse than White. I think I'm both great, honestly. I think having 2 whites in play really can never lose. So let's just go Cub as a bait. It forces we go white, and then the game is over. I think it's probably already over. Force pitch. Wow, force pitch force. Okay. I know my opponent hand. Yeah, the semifinals lasted 90 minutes. Over 90 minutes. Do you have a philosophy for picking modern decks? Yes, it's play the deck you spend the most money on recently. That's my philosophy. We lost round 1 to blue white Stoneforge Mystic. Close match overall. Bon dia. I was saying bon dia this weekend on stream, and the Spanish people corrected me, saying I should have said buenos dias. But I said, but no, trust me, I have a Twitch chatter, long-time subscriber that says bon dia every day. Which made me think that maybe you don't speak Spanish, but you speak Catalano. Is that is that true? I knew it. I knew it. I guess that was the thing. Bon dia is Catalano. I see, I see, I see. Portuguese is bom dia. I know that. Yeah, I knew there was something. Alright, end of turn. Let's sack this thing. Let's get Dried Arbor. Untap. Um, Whatever. Play Forest. Tap it all. Oh, wait, with these two. Now I just want to have more Dried Arbor in my deck. In Basque is Egunon. Yeah, you can never predict anything the Basque language says because it's always something crazy different than you would think. Yeah, I mean, I really wish there was a Dread Arbor in my deck. Anyway, pass. Let me just get Bujuka Bong now. Just so opponent can go Snapcaster Brainstorm. Oh, no, let's just pass. Why is white not good in Modern? Well, you don't have the strong lands that you have in Legacy. You don't have Cradle, you don't have Talon Gates of Madara, you don't have Wasteland. Galician. Heh. Last year I've been to Galicia. When it concedes. I mean, this card is literally unbeatable. I mean, I don't even mean it as a joke anymore. I've been playing this card for over a year now. You on top with this card, you're likely to win. You on top with two, it's win for sure. Okay, just get control. Veil of Summer. Don't snuff out. Oh, no, I have to play Magus of the Moon. It cracks me. Mega Bazom, thank you for the Prime sub. Oh, I'm cutting the natural order combo. I get it. I get it. Some people like it. Not me though. Enduranza. E Ufe pure. E un'altra enduranza. Vamos. That's too many wastelands. Let's go. My hand's solid. I do have a tap land, which is not good. Bajuka Bog is a card you want to have in your deck and never draw it. Sometimes you draw it. Ooh, a bunch of fetches for Tundra. Makes me think they don't have white mana. And they have Source of Plowshares. So if I draw Wasteland, I'll fire it off. But if I don't draw it, I don't fire it off. Land Hierarch. Plains. Pass. Plains pass. Okay. I want to go Land Cub. I think I'll target the fetch land to a ramp. Or maybe not. Maybe just get a 1-1 to attack. I think 1-1 to attack is strong. Yeah. Let's go Cub. Now I can also attack for 2 instead of playing birds. No responses. Nice 2 for 1 there. Yeah, I think I want to attack for 2. I think this matchup is a lot about like cheap damage, so I'm just attacking for 2 here. Art Ben says gives haste. Is Tivar playable? No. You already barely play Grist only because you can fetch it with Zenith, otherwise you would never play it. 3 drops. In order for to play a 3 drop in Legacy, it has to be so broken. Like show and tell. Barely sees play. Endurance, you can say it's a 3 drop, but mostly it's a 0 drop. Days and Wasteland just keep the format very mana curve super low. Okay, I'm gonna Bazooka Bong. You have some spells to flashback. Yeah, Baragoyf is really breaking the rule. Because usually 3 drop are just forbidden. But I guess Baragoyf is just that good, huh? Yeah. Birds here. Yeah, I think pinging in damage is very relevant in this matchup. Oh wow, second planes. Crazy stuff. Disruptor Flute. You named Lair of the Hydra. I wonder why they're getting so many planes. Wrath of the Skies. Okay, the Bayou comes back. Hmm. I'm gonna hold the Wasteland though. Because I can go Wasteland on a Volcanic Island. Which I'm gonna show to have in the game 2. 1, sorry. Brainstonks. Toot 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 toot. Mugs of the Moon. Yeah. Yeah, Mugs of the Moon would crack me. So I played a fetch land there. Va bene, let's go Enduranza. E let's also fetch. Grab a forest. And then let this thing resolve. Do I want to cycle this Veil? I'm gonna play Brainstorm. I think I'll cycle Veil. Back for 4, and now I have double green. Eric needs a nickname. You're thinking about Small P? Yeah. The Smallpox that won that game. Very strong. Open with double white and double blue. They can cast powerful cards such as Jace the Mind Sculptor. Better than all, by the way. And what did you do? Flame of Anor. Oh, porca paletta, Flame of Anor. Eppure out of the skies. Oh. Yeah, GG. GG. Gonna go game 3. I'll take a bathroom break before game 3, though. So, see you in a minute. Yono96, thank you for the 100 peoples. Raid, welcome, welcome. Game number 3 against Jeskai Control. My hand is rock. My hand is black and green. What we want from black and green deck. We want a turn 1 Noble Hierarch and a turn 2 Badgermole Cub Thoughtseize. We even have the combo Cub Wasteland Nantuko, but not that good in this matchup when it has a lot of basics. Let's go. Mr. Rainforest, Bayou, Ignoble Arc. Sorry, Noble Arc. Plateau, Prismatic Ending. Alright. Huh, Plateau, eh? We're gonna target the Wasteland. That way I can choose either to tap it for green or to Wasteland my opponent. So. Plateau, eh? What does this mean? This means they don't have white sources. Miniature Trainer. Okay, they got Source of Plowshares. I got a second Wasteland. Hmm. I think I'm gonna go just for sure Wasteland your Plateau, get back the Wasteland, but also play a new cub on Wasteland. Or I can go Nantuko Spring Heart here, play Wasteland, make a token Wasteland you with the thing that's not coming back. I think that is better. No, no, it's not good, because then they just plow this. Alright, let's just go Land Cub on the Wasteland, and then I'll Wasteland you. And my Wasteland comes back. And attack for 2. You going to play Thoughtseize? No, I don't think so. It's not mana efficient. You have to be mana efficient. You have to tap all your lands every turn of the game. Second island. They don't have white mana to cast that plow. Trainer's good here. You can double block. Next turn, this thing got 3 because of the 2 cubs. It adds green, green, colorless. Let's see what's the draw. Keen-eyed Culator. Hmm. Allora, I think I'm gonna go Thoughtseize Endurance here. I mean, let's go Thoughtseize first. I can also go Coolator. Oh, they do have a Vista. All right, I'm taking the Wrath of the Skies now. Card is very good against me. Hmm. Now there's sorcery and land. So this curator is a long time before it does something relevant. It's still better than playing endurance. It's mana efficient. It makes me use all my mana. Let me exile ending and land. I can consider trading this mole for 2 trainer just to have a creature in the graveyard. Yeah, and Drex on your line is also a nice one last turn. Yeah, but I don't think any Aged Thoughts is in that spot. I can flip Tamio. Yeah, flipping Tamio is strong, but like Wrath of the Skies just wins on the spot against me. I mean, we've seen it last game. I can never leave with this card around. It was good to trade just to make this a 7/7, but I'm probably gonna just plow this, I guess. In a book Endurance, I get card in the graveyard. That's true. That's true. Let's see where this Source of Pleasure goes. Yeah. Abrupt Decay, nice. Yeah. I'm gonna go Abrupt Decay. I guess what I can do is Spring Garden Antuka, one of these, and then Abrupt Decay to Tamium. I have to do this now because of the way the mana works. Attack for 2 on my opponent face. This is a 2/3. Yeah, yeah, they are definitely playing lots of basics. But honestly, I need my lands, so I don't mind them not making me wasteland them. I don't know anything about my opponent's hand. Doesn't seem like they do much though. Draw. See if I draw land. Shukabong. Not bad. Let's play this. Now I can go tap this to earthbend the wasteland. Exile your graveyard. You want to play Snapcaster Mage. Okay. I'll let you target. And then I can play Endurance. Kepi Zona, take it to Prem Sub. This way, I guess I don't exile your graveyard, but still good. Now I'm not attacking with a Cub because my opponent can now trade. Dryad Arbor would be nice here because you can go off. We can make not infinite Dryad Arbor, but a lot of them. That's not true. The Nantuko. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know why I said that. Dryad Arbor, Nantuko and Dryad Arbor is nice, but yeah, it's obviously Nantuko's already in play. So anyway, let's attack with a 4/5. It's the only thing I have. Lots of people, but my opponent definitely stopping them. Look at it. Okay, this is a sign. I guess I suspect that my board will be gone, so might as well take minimum damage. Gonna go land Wrath of the Skies here. The Wastelands will come back, and the Endurance doesn't die as a result. Who actually punted? I could have used the Wasteland to kill Tundra in response. Yeah, that was a mistake. I would have had a Wasteland in play. Don't know if it matters, but definitely a mistake. Well, no cards in draws Brainstorm. Yeah, Badgermole Cub is a new card. Um, I'd say strong. Mostly just puts a lot of board presence and speeds you up a lot. I think it's a strong card. Definitely a very good addition to this deck. The question remains that is this deck good in Legacy? That's the question that remains. I think it was decent this summer when Reanimator was a thing. That was a good matchup. That deck is being banned now, so you lost a good matchup. It's still solid. I mean, this league has been going all right. I think this will be the last game though, because it's yeah almost 2 hours, and I think that's enough gameplay for this deck. Definitely a strong choice. I mean, we lost round one, but the match was very close. And then we went 3-1. How does this deck do against Mardukats? I'm assuming you win. Like this deck, thanks to natural order, always wins against the non-blue decks, the fair non-blue decks. Is Umedian actually dumb here? Yeah, probably dumb. The Coast to Coast of Endurance. I also have Dried Arbor in my deck, so I can fetch that one end of turn. It's better if they have exactly drawn Snapcaster Mage here, but not much I can do about it. Along Gates. Yeah, if I had an extra Wasteland now, I could have beat Snapcaster as well. All right, that'll be it for this league. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you had fun watching some Cradle Control with this new addition, Badgermole Cub. Definitely a card that boosts the archetype, and yeah, one that I love. Definitely one I'm considering strongly for the Eternal Weekend. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching YouTube, make sure to subscribe. See you next time.